Back on the Nation at 5 with details of the charge sheet filed by the NIA in the Patna Gazwa-e-Hind case, where the charge sheet says that investigations have revealed that the accused, Maghroob Ahmad Danish alias Tahir, was an admin of this WhatsApp group called Gazwa-e-Hind. This was actually created by a Pakistani national named Zain. And in this group, many people from India and other countries including Pakistan and Yemen had been added with an intention to radicalize them and constitute them into sleeper cells for carrying out terrorist activities. Arunima joins us live with more details. Yes, Arunima. We'll try and go across to Arunima in just a bit. But we have got further details in this charge sheet which also says that this guy, this accused, Danish, had created this Gazwa-e-Hind group on different social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Telegram and also Messenger. And that he had also created a separate WhatsApp group to try and add on Bangladeshi nationals. Arunima joining us live with more details. Yes, Arunima.
So, you've already given our viewers some insight as to what the NIA's investigation has entailed. Just to take you back, in Fulwari Sharif, this case started unraveling. And at that point also, we had flagged off how NIA suspected and the intelligence agencies suspected that this was a larger conspiracy of radicalization, bringing in illegal migrants, giving them forged papers, and ultimately using them as sleeper cells for anti-India activities. So NIA's investigation also substantiated those initial leads. They found evidence to show that how, this entire web of people coming in from across our borders, across our neighborhood, and they then being used via various, online platforms like Telegram, like WhatsApp, like other social media handles, and a group of conspirators against India being created.
Well, Arunima, there was also trying to portray Danish as somebody who is mentally challenged and deranged. But has the NIA, countered that? And was this person actively involved in trying to develop these sleeper cells? This WhatsApp group, the NIA in its charge sheet says, was created actually by a Pakistani national.
Yes, in fact, there was initial defense given by his family, Danish's family. They also tried to procure medical certificates to show that he has undergone treatment. But NIA's investigation has actually unraveled how this was a huge conspiracy. They have unraveled how this conspiracy entailed creating radicalized youngsters through various social media platforms. There were Maulavis from southern part of India also who were brought in so that local issues during private government issues were of interest to them, to enemies of India, were highlighted. That was also something that evidence has been gathered about.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for your input, Arunima. Quickly moving on to the other big development, and that's a case that we are very closely monitoring. It's the issue of what's happened on board the Air India flight on the 26th of November, the issue of a man urinating over a fellow passenger who's a senior citizen, 72-year-old lady, and despite her complaints, the Air India not taking any action. This person has growing chorus for his arrest. There is the lawyer has now stepped up saying that this person under consideration is cooperating with the authorities, but he continues to remain evasive. Shankar Mishra continues to remain evasive. He's still not been arrested, even though the Delhi police has increased the ambit of their search towards Lucknow and now to Bangalore. CNN News 18 has accessed the FIR that's been filed against Air India also. The FIR copy says that the airline did not follow protocol to handle an unruly passenger. Meanwhile, sources telling CNN News 18 that the last location of this accused passenger is Bengaluru. Delhi police have summoned 6 to 8 of the flight crew members, including the pilots. CNN News 18 has accessed an exclusive WhatsApp conversation between the accused, Shankar Mishra, and also the person who was dealt with unjustly, the senior citizen, the lady, the fellow passenger. According to the chat details, Shankar Mishra has got the clothes and the bags cleaned on the 28th of November, and the same were delivered on the 30th of November. He's profusely apologized to this lady too. The message indicates the women had no intention, or the person, the fellow passenger had no intention of lodging a complaint. CNN News 18 has also tracked Shankar Mishra's alleged home and office. Vinaya Deshpande has got the details, even as the lawyer has come out and said that they are cooperating with the authorities.
am here at BKC, where an international organization, the international financial firm where Air India accused Shankar Mishra used to work, his company's office was situated here. Now, in fact, when we inquired, we realized that in the last 6 to 8 months, the company has moved offices twice. We went to the previous address where we were told that the company moved just a few months ago. When we came here, we were told that this office space was being occupied by Shankar Mishra's financial organization till the 31st of December, after which they have withdrawn from this space. Even as teams of Delhi police are trying to nab Shankar Mishra, trying to understand where he is, teams are already in Mumbai. Yesterday there was a failed search attempt at Mira Road as well, where allegedly a wrong address or a misleading address was being given. So at a time when the chorus to arrest Shankar Mishra has been growing, his phone being switched off, we tried to find out if he is in his office. The International Financial Organization where he works has just moved its space on 31st of December itself. So right now, everyone, including the teams of Delhi police, are trying to find out the whereabouts of Shankar Mishra. We are here at Kamgar Nagar in Kurla. We haven't yet seen any police team reach here, but this is allegedly the residence of S. Mishra. Let us try and walk you inside. Let us take you inside this complex. This is a kind of a bungalow here at Kurla Kamgar Nagar. As you can see, this four-wheeler which is here, we tried to knock on the door as well, tried to see if someone could come out and answer the doorbell. We try and do it again. There is nobody who responds. We waited for quite some time. In fact, neighbors confirmed that it is the Mishras who live here. Some of the neighbors who also saw the photo of Shankar Mishra corroborated and confirmed that he does stay here and he was seen moving in and out from here, but they do not specifically have any details about the last time they saw Shankar Mishra from here.
News just coming through. The company in which Shankar Mishra is a senior official, Wells Fargo, has now issued a statement where they have said that, and this is over their vice president Shankar Mishra, saying the company holds its employees in the highest standards and they are fully cooperating with the authorities. Harish Upadhyay joins us with more details. Yes, Harish.
Well, the company is saying that they're extending all possible cooperation to the authorities for investigating the matter. But significantly, something that we have to note here is the company is yet to commit or comment on whether the company would initiate any sort of a disciplinary action against this employee. Yes, this incident hasn't happened in their premises, but since they are saying that they hold their employees to highest standards, if there will be any action from the institution itself, that's something that they haven't mentioned in this release put out.
Right. Thank you for your inputs, Harish. But the claims by Shankar Mishra's lawyer is that this entire matter was settled with Shankar Mishra's profuse apology, and he also dry cleaned the clothes which he had soiled, and also the lady had confirmed that there will be no further action and she had no intention to pursue this matter further. But what happened on board the 26th, that flight on the 26th of November also points a lot of questions on the conduct of the crew and whether or not they safeguarded the interest of a passenger who was in distress. Did they refuse her an alternate seat? Did they force her to go back and sit in the same soiled seat? And did they offer an explanation that now it is all dry, go back to that particular seat? And is that the way an airline and its crew should treat a passenger, and that to a senior citizen? Anvit is with us. Anvit, so even as they are trying to trace the whereabouts of Shankar Mishra, the cops, the lawyer coming out and making certain claims that we are cooperating, the company says we are cooperating, but what about the crew on board? Is there going to be action taken against them?
Yes, certainly, and that is the direction which the Delhi police is currently moving in, because yesterday at least 4 crew members were called at the IGI police station in New Delhi, and today the 2 pilots were called. Now yesterday's crew that had come to the police station, their statements were recorded. They were the crew members on board who had actually dealt with the situation during the flight when this man allegedly urinated on this woman, and they were the ones who handled the situation, and they dried the woman, as she has alleged, that they dried up her clothes and gave her a gown to wear, and but the problem is what she has also raised in her FIR is that they did not provide her an extra seat, a different seat. Now pilots have been called for this reason because it was the pilots who had actually vetoed the decision of providing another seat to this woman. What we have learned from sources in police and in airline that particular flight, that particular aircraft, it had 4 extra seats, but all those 4 extra seats were dysfunctional, and as per the flight rules, pilots could not provide her with the seat. But this explanation would not stand because this is not just only one lapse in part of the airline. Even though this incident took place on the 26th of November, 27th of November, the woman says that her son-in-law had written a detailed complaint to Tata Group. That same complaint is what the cognizance of which the police have taken and filed an FIR. FIR is under stringent actions like 534, 534A, 510, 509 and under aircraft rule. If this was a criminal act in the police's eye, why did not the airline raise the matter with the police then and there when the flight had landed? The woman goes on to mention in a complaint that she had stressed upon the fact that she wants a police action and she wants this man to be charged. But despite that, she goes on to say in the FIR that the crew members and the on-ground staff made her sit with this man face to face and tried to negotiate. So the lawyers, even though now then they are coming out and saying that there was a compensation and matter had been settled, but it was by going by the rules, it was the responsibility of the airline to apprise the police of this matter.
Yes, and was there a CISF report? Was the voice recording submitted? Was there an incident report that was submitted? Was it all put as record? And what was attempted? Why did the pilots and the crew try to settle the matter rather than complain and also allow the lady to pursue, the passenger to pursue their legal recourse? Why did they deny the basic rights of a passenger who has been misbehaved with? These are questions that remain, and for that action needs to be taken. And if a complaint letter was written by the aggrieved the very next day, why did the airline and its principals also not take any action and disciplinary action over more than a month and a half? That's also another question that arises. Thank you for your inputs, Anvit. Quickly shifting focus, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another major development. These are visuals that will shock you. These are visuals does not behove of the conduct of anybody, especially those who are elected representatives and in public office. This is the civic center, where there were supposed to be elections as decided by the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, by the elected councillors within the municipality of Delhi, the MCD. And what happened was for nearly 2 hours, there was absolute chaos, mayhem, ruckus, standing up on the bench and sloganeering, banners, posters being called, pushing, shoving, and in some cases even almost getting to blows and picking up chairs and tables and throwing that all across. This is the kind of behavior that was on display, an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace, with the BJP pointing fingers at the Aam Aadmi Party pointing fingers at the BJP. But what has been seen is thorough, absolute misconduct. As a result, the proceedings have had to be stopped and adjourned for the day. Now the LG will further go back and come back with a fresh date when the entire procedure of electing a new mayor, the council members, administering the oath of the elected councillors, all of that will then proceed. It is about whether or not procedure was being followed, whether or not the person who was conducting the entire administrator on the chair, that is Satya Sharma ji, was following due procedure or not. The BJP says it is AAP that disrupted the entire proceedings and they deliberately tried to derail the proceedings. Aam Aadmi Party meanwhile says that the known procedures or the set norms were not followed and that there was an attempt to try and perhaps somewhere work out, engineer the election of the mayor and the selection of the council members, etc. Let's listen into the reactions coming in from both sides.
बहुत ही शर्मनाक घटना घटी और ये घटना उन लोगों द्वारा घटित की गई कि ये वो लोग हैं जो सत्ता में अपने आप को अराजक कहकर आए हैं. There was a conspiracy that the Aam Aadmi Party is not going to allow the smooth functioning of the house, and thus they call the ruckus and misbehave with many people. All I can say is that we are completely within the purview of law because the act itself is a central enactment. It's not a state law.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने संविधान की धज्जियां उड़ाने में कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी. भारतीय जनता पार्टी ये कोशिश कर रही थी कि सबसे पहले नॉमिनेटेड काउंसलर्स को शपथ दिलवा के हर कानून और हर संविधान के विरोध में जाकर इन नॉमिनेटेड काउंसलर्स से मेयर, डिप्टी मेयर और स्टैंडिंग कमेटी के चुनाव में वोट डलवाएंगे।
Have to take a very short break, but a quick update on the Delhi hit and drag case. The sixth accused, Ashutosh Bharadwaj, the court has granted the cops 3 days custody of the sixth accused who was nabbed earlier in the day. Stay with us. More follows.